Dr. Peckitt, the forest healer. In the heart of the woods of Ecos, where ancient trees stood like silent guardians of time, there fluttered a woodpecker named Peckitt. His feathers were a canvas of black and white, and his crest blazed red like the ember of a twilight fire. Peckitt was no ordinary bird. With a beak that could chisel through the toughest bark, he was the forest's healer, tending to the woody veins of the forest. Day in and day out, Dr. Peckitt's routine was one of care and service. His beak, as precise as the surgeon's tool, worked tirelessly. He checked for signs of sickness in the trees, treated patches of rot, and evicted invasive insects, all with a rhythmic drumming that echoed through the woods. However, not all residents of the woods of Ecos appreciated Doctor's symphony of taps and raps. The constant noise disturbed the daytime silence, ruffling the feathers and fur of many creatures who longed for peace. A council was called upon by the forest animals, a gathering under the shade of the great willow, where grievances were aired with respectful chirps and growls. "Dr. Peckitt," they pleased, "your work keeps our forest healthy, but your drumming keeps our young awake and our days filled with clamour." Struck by their words, Peckitt took to his perch atop the tallest oak. He gazed out over the forest he loved, his heart heavy with the thought of being the source of discomfort. He pondered through the night, the stars above twinkling with ancient wisdom as he sought a solution. With the dawn came enlightenment. Dr. Peckitt would adjust his schedule, performing his most noisy work in the late mornings and afternoons, where the woods of Ecos was filled with the activity, and the sound of his pecking would blend with the hustle and bustle of the forest life. Implementing his new routine, Dr. Peckitt found that his drilling became part of the day's natural rhythm. Squirrels scampered to the cadence of his beak, and birds timed their songs to the intervals of his tapping. The creatures of the forest began to appreciate the peace of the early mornings and late evenings, now undisturbed by the doctor's work. As time went on, the animals of the woods of Ecos grew to understand the importance of Dr. Peckitt's labor. They realized that the trees stood taller and the leaves greener because of his dedication. The forest was healthier, and so were its inhabitants. Dr. Peckitt's legacy grew with each tree he saved. He was no longer just the noisy woodpecker, but a symbol of health and a testament to the balance between duty and harmony. And so, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the woods of Ecos, the forest settled into a serene quiet. The soft tapping of Dr. Peckitt's beak was now a comforting sound that whispered of healing and care, perfectly in tune with the heartbeat of the forest. The end.